Now this video is how to make it all fun. Hi, my name is Joe Valle. I'm a personal brand and videographer for coaches and consultants. This video is all about how to make the process of building your personal brand more enjoyable. So here's the thing. I made a video last week. By the way, go check it out. I'm going to put it around here. It's an epic motivational video. It's about staying grounded during these times. And the reason that I made that video is because I'm a filmmaker, I'm a videographer, cinematography, all that jazz. I want to create emotion. And I made a promise to myself that when I started this journey of posting 100 YouTube videos to grow my own personal brand on this channel, I was going to do it in a way that were engaging, creative, and all that. I just didn't want to be like a talking head spouting things about either my own personal journey, which is good, yes, because I am my own personal journey, but I also didn't want to be one of those YouTube channels that they're just talking down to you saying, hey, you should do this, you should do that. And I wanted to create that video to be more engaging, to show you guys what I'm all about, what are my core values, and to do a fun, creative things. So here are 4 questions that you need to ask yourself when you're starting your journey of building your personal brand, particularly if you're going to start making videos. But it can be applied to everything else, of course. Ask yourself how to make it fun. That's the first question that you need to ask yourself. I have turned down a few clients because when they approach me, I'm not a good match for them, and I will have a sense that this is not going to be fun. And a lot of people would say, hey Joel, you have a small brand, you have a small business, you're just kind of like starting business wise, right? You don't have the luxury of turning down clients. Well, that's why I have this as a side hustle and as a part-time job, and I have my own full-time job just to continue building the branding the way I want. And that's one way of me making it more enjoyable and more fun. I have less pressure. I went to the New York Film Academy. I went to film school. And although my path has deviated a lot in these years, I cannot say that I'm particularly pursuing a career in film. I'm more focusing on this right now. But still, there's some filmmaker DNA on me. So I made that video and I wanted to make something that's cinematic. I want to practice angles. I want to get my film nerd up, And there was a particular scene that I always felt very passionate about silhouettes, and I like when that's on film. So I wanted to try my own silhouette. So that's why I did that particular scene over there, and I composed it. That was like on purpose. It's like, yeah, wow, something like that looks interesting. So that's how I get my creative juices flowing on, and you will see more of that during my journey of posting 100 videos. From time to time I will be doing videos like these, but from time to time I will do cinematic videos, because my goal is eventually, turn into like a mini media channel with content that's both instructional but also entertaining, engagement, food for thought, kind of like documentaries and short films. So that's how I'm making this process fun. The second question that you need to ask yourself is how to make it easier for yourself. Now that's a big thing. If you're going to start the process of building a personal brand through video, blogs, or whatever media you choose, my bad, you're gonna have to figure out how to make it easy for yourself during the process. One of the things that I try to do to make it easier, for example, for myself, is color correction. If you see the light here that's red, if you see the whole aesthetic of the desk is because I want to spend less time adjusting colors. If I turn off this light here, it will look very bland. I didn't want to spend time editing doing this color correction, so I set all this up so it will make it a whole lot easier in editing. Now that's very technical, but for you guys, try to ask yourself, how will this look if it was easier? And you have to figure out a system. One way of doing it is that if you're going to create videos, for example, is like instead of filming every week videos, you batch your videos. You just take one day to shoot all the videos that you're going to do through the month, and then you'll spend time editing on a weekly basis. And if it's, for example, writing or blogging, you know, you spend time 1 day or 2 days, 3 days, whatever makes sense for you, and just go ahead and post on a weekly basis the blog post that you already wrote during those 3 days, and so on and so forth. You know, try to find small things that make the process easier. How to make it more flow. You know, there's a concept in manufacturing called lean manufacturing. Is that they design everything kind of like Ford. If you're familiar with Ford, what Ford brought was a streamlining of the process of creating cars. So how can you streamline your process to make it faster and smoother and make it easier for yourself? Maybe you need to outsource some things. Maybe you need to outsource writing creative content. And if you want to outsource creative content, by the way, I'm going to link to a video using an end card over here, whatever you call it, on YouTube. I made an interview with CEO Julia McCoy, which she has worked with me before, and she has an agency called Express Writers where they write the content for you. So you can save time that and focus on other aspects of building your brand. However, very important, if you're going to outsource any kind of process, whether it's video editing, I would say also make sure that you ingrain your personality on it, because it's very important that it reflects your real voice. I would advocate more for doing your own content, right? But if you need to outsource, you know, try to balance that a little bit, because for me, at least for my values, it's very important that it's coming from me, from my own voice. And if later on, if I need to outsource things, I will do it, but I will still find a way of creating content that comes from me, and then somebody else will just piece it together, but it's using my voice. Food for thought. The third question that you need to ask yourself is, what are your goals? If you're doing all this, what is going to happen in the long term? Start with the end in mind. My goals, for example, for this YouTube channel right now is posting 100 videos. That is my goal. My goal is to continue perfecting the process of doing my own videos, talking to you guys in front of the camera, so I continue building my personal brand and I continue getting better and better. I have this philosophy of 1% better. You know, every time I become just 1% better, and at the end, over time, the quality is going to be there. So yes, quality is important, but we have seen numerous studies where the process of practicing, honing your craft step by step yields high results. I don't remember the name of the book right now. I'm going to link it below, but there are actual studies around this topic. The fourth question that you need to ask yourself is your why. Now, I discussed this before also on a previous video, but knowing your why, knowing the reasons that you're doing this, you know, going deep dive straight inside of you, that can be a powerful motivator to continue going. as an example for myself, why I want to post 100 YouTube videos. So I have many reasons, but the most important part is, and this is going to sound very green, but it's the truth, when I'm on my deathbed, I don't want to have that regret that I didn't give it a full shot on YouTube. It's very important for me to do that process of posting 100 videos and have no regrets. So you really need to be very self-aware to do that. You know, do some self-reflection, meditate, journal, whatever you have to do. So important to have that reason of the things that, why are you doing things? And make sure your heart is set in the right place. I'd rather you guys don't do things if it's going to be a burden and a hassle. If it's going to make you miserable, forget everything that I just said. For reals, really. If video is not for you, or if building a personal brand is not for you, then don't do it. People put themselves through miserable situations just because they need to put a check mark because they're thinking what some other person thinks. It's not the way to go around this. So really, truly, don't do it if it's not fun. That's my overall whole philosophy. If it ain't fun, don't do it. But if it's in your heart, if your heart is telling you, you know, close your eyes and feel it, and something inside you says, let's go on it, then do it. And just apply these 4 questions and make your life a whole lot easier, and off to the races you go. So, question for you: how would you make your process more fun and more easier? Comment below, and yeah, see you on the other side.